mean, this is going to be, you know, these are two guys that have come up here from Florida that are here to prove themselves in front of a very hostile New Jersey audience here.
What appears to be a somewhat hostile New Jersey crowd, not something I'm accustomed to at a PWS show. It's a family event.
It is, and I'm seeing a lot older members of the families around here. Just leaving it at that.
That was a thorough bell ringing.
It was. I think I'm deaf for the next 3 days.
Here we go, QT Marshall and Mike Dennis.
Marshall being shoved into the ropes right here. I'm sorry, Dennis being shoved into the ropes by Marshall. The referee in there just trying, he just wants a clean break. He just wants a clean break, you know?
Speaking of clean, I'm pretty sure our referee is no older than 12 years old.
No, I definitely think that there are certain labor laws being broken with him in the ring, but that's just speculation. That is only speculation. Beautiful roll through. Now, Dennis with a nice nip up. See, that's what I was going to say. He has to always think one step ahead, because when you can move like that, you can hit a nice little nip up like that. You got to know when to strike next, and he's going back to the side headlock there.
Not a position you want to be in, Ash Samuels, to get things started.
Especially not, you know, fans at home can't tell this, but it is almost 100 degrees in this building.
It is a hot night that is sure to get hotter. PWS refused to lose 2012.
And after that elbow drop, Dennis going right back to the side headlock. And with the heat, you know, you're not just losing oxygen from getting your carotid artery cut, but you're also losing it because you're sucking wind so hard just to be able to go. And Marshall just cannot seem to get out of this headlock.
No, Dennis has it locked in. He is not letting go of that headlock.
And Dennis right now, he just looks convinced that if he can take Marshall's neck out, he's good to go.
No, that is generally a safe policy.
It is. Well, if you're the person, ow. Okay, QT Marshall.
Not winning himself any new fans here in Rahway, New Jersey. Oh, jeez. Monster boot to the face. But a lot of heart out of Mike Dennis. Oh, the heart may have just come out of his chest with that stiff clothesline.
Very passionate showing by Mike Dennis. But, I mean, when it comes to just the connection of the strikes, it seems like Marshall just has that extra oomph. Marshall. Oh! I was going to give Dennis credit for a beautiful cross chop, but Marshall just hit him 2 feet to the face with a beautiful drop kick, and now he's taunting.
Oh, the disrespectful throat push-ups. You don't see that every day.
Not at all, and at the same time, while it looks completely disrespectful, it actually serves a purpose, because every time you push up, you're pushing down your hands, and therefore, ooh.
A lot of airtime there from the big fellow on that elbow to the chest of Mike Dennis.
Kick out at 2. Dennis is ready. It does seem that he wants to be the man to start the show off properly, I guess would be the best way of putting it.
Well, does QT Marshall have a certain Dean Malenko-esque quality physically?
He does, except taller. Malenko,
a little more compact.
Exactly. But moves like that, nice, crisp execution on a power slam. You know, that is one thing. Oh! Going right to the bridge of the nose with those right hands.
Oh.
Now I have to ask, wow, they do not like Marshall. Where did you find a steak and shake in the Northeast?
Oh, that would be in, I am sipping a steak and shake cup for all our Midwest and South people watching. There's one steak and shake in Midtown Manhattan.
Really?
Yes, very new, very delicious. Not sponsoring tonight, so that's all the love they're going to get, but it was a delight.
It is delicious, but I have a feeling that Marshall is going to be made into mincemeat, because Dennis just looks like someone who's had it.
Well, and listen, I'll tell you what though, Mike Dennis has shown early on to have a lot of heart. He has been on the wrong end now for about the last 3-4 minutes and continues to fight on.
See, the thing about Dennis is, ooh, big right hand that actually kills my hypothesis. he's been going for body shots the entire match, with the exception of running that headlock. Oh, beautiful flying burrito. Oh, and a standing forearm to boot.
Nice.
High elevation. I think he might have caught in a nosebleed when he hit the top of that right there.
Yeah, nice big back body drop, and here goes Dennis.
Shotgun drop kick into the corner.
The count, and just a 2 count. Mike Dennis wants to get out of here as quickly as possible. When you're dealing with a size disadvantage, a strength disadvantage, like Mike Dennis is, you gotta hope, and you know better than I from being in the ring, your job is to get this thing done as quickly as possible. The longer it goes on, the more the advantage shifts.
Well, yes and no. I mean, as the smaller wrestler, you usually have more stamina, more endurance. Oh my, this is not gonna be good. But you fall prey to things like that.
Oh no.
See, oh, huge spine buster by Dennis. Marshall was completely caught off guard. Now,
Dennis has a little more strength than I gave him credit for early on, and what you're saying is absolutely right. As time goes on, of course, fatigue will be a bigger issue for the bigger man. However, if you're dealing with that disadvantage, you just have to think, let me get out of here with my life as quickly as humanly possible.
that is very true, and you always do have to kind of change your offensive strategy. I mean, Dennis going to the top right now. Oh! Marshall saw it coming. Kick.
I have to say,
the child into the ropes.
I have to say, though I do want to call Child Protective Services, that was a smart move. Oh! Big forehand to the chest. Overhand right from QT Marshall.
Now, what do you think the QT stands for as he goes for this? I believe he's going for a superplex.
I believe actually it. Hold on. Trying to get the superplex here.
Oh, he's not getting it though.
Nice work by Mike Dennis to get himself out of some trouble. And he will now still trudge on and make it to the top rope. Let's see what he can execute here. High flying maneuver, big splash! Is that enough to put away QT Marshall? It is! And the crowd happy. Bret Hitman Hart.
The man has held titles over the span of 4 decades. At least one title in each decade.
I just want to say how great it is to be back here in Galway. But anyway, it's great to be back in this side of the world. It's really great to be back in New Jersey, where I probably had some of my greatest matches in different parts of the state for years and years and years. I just want to say it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be here with some of the wrestlers that are in the back. Demolition, 2 guys that had a foundation battle for years. Real treat to see them back there. Marty, Jannetty's another guy.
The Hitman.
Bret Hitman Hart.
His nephew Teddy, good friend of mine, good friend of yours also from what I know, Pete. I'm hearing rumblings that he might be here. Crap, I mean, Jobber Justin and Jobber Justin.
Jobber Justin and Jobber Dustin.
Yep.
Enhancement talent, there's the bell, we're underway here.
And we got right now Smash. I mean, no spikes with Demolition tonight, but at the same time, I don't think that matters. The Demolition decapitation is painful, spikes or not.
They do not need spikes when it comes to Justin and Dustin. I mean, I've seen Justin Carino before, Juicy Justin Carino he goes by, but this other guy in the purple tights I've never seen before, and I don't think the Demolition is not going to need any help from any spikes to take care of these two jabrones.
Very, very true. I mean, Justin Carino, I mean, he'd been getting picked on and picked on and picked on in the locker room for never winning a match. Never really, people were saying, going out there and giving it his all.
Oh, take a look at this right now. I know what they're going to do. They're going to do a...
Oh! Double chop to the traps.
Well, I thought we were going to see some of that axe and smash, that legendary clubbering, but...
Well, it'll be clubbering time soon, I get the feeling.
Right there, axe just clubbed Justin Carino's cranium right against Smash's boot.
Jobber Justin, simply because his self-esteem is so low that he's just convinced that... Oh!
And that right there is the case in point of why these guys are jobbers. The old bait and switch, and now Dustin is picking his ass up off the ground.
I think Dustin's looking for one of those Killer Bees matches.
There we go. Now there's the clubbering.
The clubbering. Larry, when I was a kid, I would watch Demolition with the clubbering. It was my favorite part of the match.
Tell me about it.
These two young men, may God have mercy on their souls. Demolition is eating the Enhancement talent alive.
This is simply a walk in the park for the legendary Demolition, former WWF Tag Team Champions. Oh, watch out.
Oh, and there goes Dustin overhead. Are we gonna...
Wait a minute, could we see...
Is this a heart attack? Heart attack by Demolition.
Demolished him, one might say, with that heart attack.
And we have three. Larry doing double duty on this one now.
Double duty for that booty right here at PWS, because nobody does it better than Pro Wrestling Syndicate.
Very, very true. Now, I'm wondering who we're going to see next as... Who is entrant number 3?
Well, hold on, let me take a look at my run sheet here.
All right, all right. Oh, but they are running through the Enhancement talent to get in here. Look at this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Double tilt-a-whirl does not work out in their favor whatsoever.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Mark, Modest, and Mike
Matrix and Modest. Which one just took the header to the floor?
I'm going to say that was probably Mark Modest, and now Mike Matrix is in a bad way in the corner, just being beaten, bludgeoned practically by the Demolition. The referee, Corey Price, in the way, he gets shoved for his...
And Demolition's disqualified? Demolition's been disqualified.
And you can hear what the fans want right now.
Yeah, they want a Demolition decapitation for the guy that stole Marty Jannetty's gear.
And Corey Price just took a hard right hand, and he's been laid down flat.
He's a minor. He is a minor.
Well, you know this is a man's sport, and now you're finding out firsthand, Corey Price, that you don't cross the Demolition.
I'm very glad I'm a commentator and not a ref on this one.
I gotta tell you, it's scary enough just being in the middle of the ring when you see two hulking monstrosities like Axe and Smash. So I'm with you there, brother. I'm glad I hold a mic as well.
You know, I mean, Matrix and Modest, they got a tough road ahead of them.
Well, I'm wondering who's going to enter the fray next. That's my big question. I want to know who I'm going to announce.
Look how proud of themselves they are for beating Demolition. Demolition beat themselves.
More or less they did.
And the crowd is letting these two know it.
Well, I don't know if Corey Price is even going to be able to continue repping this match after taking that right hand. Well, he's collected himself, absorbing the blow from Demolition Axe, and he's ready to go.
He having a bullwhip with him kind of scares me.
Not a good situation to be in with Phat Man lurking on the ringside area with a damn bullwhip. I mean, things get real ugly very quickly.
Absolutely, and I mean, the Phat Pack are literally just that.
Yeah, they're big old pieces of beef. I mean, which one do you think is tipping the scales with more weight?
Honestly, I'm thinking DJ Phat Pat. DJ Phat Pat. I mean, look
I mean, well, he's got a hell of a rump, but as you can see, he's also got a lot of power behind all that fat.
I was gonna say, he just had, now that right there, that's Matrix, and nothing. That's 5 forearm shots, and Pat just ate them like they were breakfast cereal. Oh!
And you want to talk about a double duty for that booty? Well, Phat Pat, he's working with, my gosh, the ass the size of Uranus, if you know what I mean. Oh, and speaking of ass.
What ass chop? My God. Oh dear, and Fala
always knows how to get the crowd hyped and pumped.
channeling the spirit of Bam Bam from the Flintstones.
Oh God, and you can tell that is one unforgiving canvas that Mike Modest, no, not Mike Modest, Mark Matrix was just deposited on right there.
Yes, Mike Modest. Yeah, Mike.
I stand corrected.
Mike Modest doesn't exist anymore.
Oh wow, I really stand corrected there. I retract that statement altogether. I also retract the fact that
Larry, he's not dead. Nice gaming curry by the other Modest though.
I think that I announced Phat Pack as the 3rd team entering the fray. They're actually the 4th team in this huge 8-team elimination match.
Into a Samoan drop.
Almost drove his body through the mat.
He's dead. Matrix is dead, and now. Toss up. No hands. Samoan drop.
Oh my gosh, he's moving those pounds.
Huge splash. Not even a big splash. That's a huge splash. Phat Pack wins. Oh, and it looks like Ox Baker has his hands on Mark Modest on the outside there. Clubbing blow right to the cranium there. Ox is getting a little more than heated. Okay, so we got Cannonball and Jason J. Am I getting that?
I believe that is correct.
It's Cannonball we saw before last month. Jason J, on the other hand, I mean...
Well, you know what?
I think he stole one of RVD's old singlets.
Yeah, I think that I also announced these gentlemen as the wrong individuals. You're right. That is Cannonball, and Jersey Kid is his tag team partner. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. It's so hot in this building right now. I'm excited. I mean...
It's very true. I mean, the heat is screwing up our brains. But, Cannonball made the post move, and then Fowler made the post move, and now Cannonball made the post move again. There's 1,000 pounds of wrestler in the ring right now.
I gotta tell you something. The name of this game is attrition. The team that can stay with the best win may just emerge victorious. Oh boy.
That was kind of a sky mid.
Yeah, took his 350 plus pound frame as sky high as he possibly could.
Absolutely. See, Larry, one of the things that I think about just from being in so many multi-man tag matches in my time, the thing that you have to keep in mind is the longer the Phat Pack are in there, the harder it's going to be for them. Absolutely.
Carrying around all that weight, not to mention how hot it is in this building right now. But you want to talk about moving some poundage, Phat Pat. He knows the name of the game right now. Attack, destroy.
And a fat asser right to Cannonball.
Watch out.
And there, Jersey Kid just got knocked into the bell, but that was an elimination. That absolutely was an elimination right there. And now we got, I'm gonna throw it to Larry for this one. Nope, not them. Not them. That is neither Countless Stat nor G Raver. Yeah, no, these two I have not seen before. Grave Encounters did wrestle at the last show. I think.
Well, they can't be Lucifer, Darkseid, and Devious. Mark Modest and Mike Matrix, we just saw get out of there. Cannonball and Jersey just got eliminated. The only other people I have on my sheet right now. Oh, wait. Could this be Maniacal Matt Land and Sexy Jason James?
I think so. And I think they're both dead anyway. So
we might as well just call them out.
Phat Pack getting the win here. Oh, and Reality Check. That's just bum rush. Just completely taking out Maff. Does that bell even count? I mean, it's a 3-on-1 right now. And Red's pretending it's not even happening as Jay Lethal, Kevin Matthews, and Devon Moore stomp Maff into oblivion and no. Oh! Putting that left knee right into the ring post. Last show, Maff received a back injury at the hands of Jerry Lynn. I think Reality Check is trying to take that leg out. That leg is gone. He cannot do the Burning Hammer. He cannot take it home.
My gosh, I was just in the midst of announcing Dan Mop when all of a sudden the rest of Reality Check.
They not just jumped him.
That was a damn Pearl Harbor is what that was.
And they just took out the left leg of Mop. I don't know if he'll be able to get himself up to get in the ring.
And what a change in the spirits of the Amazing Red. Always about competition, always about pleasing the fans, and now to want to win this contest via countout?
You see, Red is one of those guys that he became the watermark. You were a high flyer in the 2000s.
Oh, but wait a minute, look at this. Dan Mop is stirring. The bigger picture is Dan Mop is stirring.
Dan Mop is in
the ring.
He beat the 10 count. And Red with a drop kick right to the left knee, going right back to that left leg.
But I believe the damage has been done as Red is now going to town on Dan Mop's knee. Such a precarious position, such a tender area of the body, the knee right now, and that's really the only way Red's going to be able to defeat this big monster is by taking out one of his limbs.
That is very, very true. I do not envy Dan Mop for being in this position, but you have to understand, Dan Mop has beaten the Amazing Red so many times before, bludgeoned him,
oh, and look, this is just disrespect right here. This is just disrespect right here.
Red's doing the little guy in a fat coat, reverse Chris Farley, but we're seeing a different side of Red, a more sadistic side of Red, where he's doing everything he needs to win this match.
Dan Mop outweighs the Amazing Red by at least 120 pounds. So I mean, he's going to have to do something if he thinks he's going to stand a chance against this Bayonne badass, the hired assassin, Dan Mop.
We got two New Eurekans going at it. These two, like I said, have wrestled each other more times than just about anyone can count. But this vicious streak of Red is something new, something we're only just seeing, and I'm very intrigued as to where it's going to go.
at the last PWS show, Supercard 2012, all night long we kept seeing this figure in that Michael Myers mask come out and interject himself into the business affairs of Reality Check. I had no idea that at the end of the show, when that individual removed that mask, that it would be the Amazing Red, the longtime fan favorite right in the New Jersey, New York area. It baffled me.
I was surprised too, especially considering the little rivalry Red had with a guy like Devon. You know, it's one of those crazy things. And guys, we got Pete Rosenberg coming back to the booth.
Peter Rosenberg is back. At this time, as much as the Mega Powers would love to reunite, I need to go into the back, find out from my boss what's going on with this match and what's going on with the rest of the Super card. I'm sorry, the Refuse to Lose card that we're announcing tonight. I will be right back. I'm going to do the hot tag to you, Peter Rosenberg. Thank you very much, sir, and I will be right back with you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Hot tag, guys. First of all, I want to apologize to you, Ash Samuels, because I did want to grab you a snack, but the line in this huge crowd at the Rahway Rec Center,
Out the door.
tremendous, absolutely tremendous.
Let's go, Red.
We are in the middle of what I like to call vintage Amazing Red here.
See, Red, that was a very good calculating plan before the match with Reality Check coming out. Just beating Dan Mop to the ground and then taking his leg and slamming it into the ring post.
Listen, it takes a lot. It may take even more than Reality Check to hold out Dan Mop, one of the toughest SOBs in wrestling today.
You're absolutely right. At the same time, Red is showing this new angry side, this new fierce streak. And I'm, you know, like I was saying to Larry, I'm very intrigued as to where this is going to go. I mean, look what he's trying to just pull him off to the floor.
Oh my
so
God.
he can kick him in the ribs.
Brutal kick to the gut of Dan Mop right in front of us.
Tumbled to the floor.
Got news for you. There's no padding on this floor.
His shirt says HOG, and I know it's referring to the House of Glory School, but I think it also refers to that all the reality checks are spotlight hogs.
See, now that is the that is
on
the
steel. That is not fun.
This is the new Amazing Red. This is the Amazing Red you have to get used to. And think about it. You take a guy who's always had the talent that Amazing Red's had, and then you mix in just a mean demeanor, and it has some nasty potential.
This is years of pent-up aggression from Red taking things like getting thrown into a brick wall by Dan Mop from a gorilla press position. And things like getting his head nearly lariated off by Dan Mop putting him through tables, ladders, chairs. This is Red's attempt at retribution.
Well, I have to say, if it's an attempt at retribution, it's a solid attempt by Amazing Red. Now, will they make it back to the ring is the question. And they will both beat the 10 count. But Amazing Red continues to punish Dan Mop.
Red is just the saying, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. That perfectly describes Red, but I think he's getting a little cocky. You're not going to whip a guy like Dan Mop into the corner when you're the size of Amazing Red, and that's no knock on Red, but he had to think a little harder to get Mop to where he wanted him to be. Nice rollover.
Oh my.
Oh.
The thing is, Amazing Red, in addition to the new demeanor, he's so athletic. As I say,
my God! Reverse Rona by Amazing Red, spiking Mop on his head.
Oh, and a kick out from Dan Mop. That surprised me.
No. He didn't just. Mop folded like a bad card player, like an accordion.
Yeah, no, that was absolutely tremendous. Just as I was trying to say how athletically gifted Amazing Red is. He showed us something. What was that?
It was a reverse Hunan Rana, but the way that he landed it was more like a Frankensteiner in the sense that he spiked the head of Dan Mop.
And now Amazing Red, who can fly, is up on the top rope, and he's trying to finish this thing off once and for all. Oh! You don't want that. You don't want that.
Low flying missile drop kick to the left leg of Maff.
And you say left leg quite liberally because that was very close to the groin.
I'm giving the referee the benefit of the doubt. He didn't call it. I don't call it.
There you go. We'll call it leg then if that's what Ash Samuels says. But Man. Hey, I got to give Amazing Red credit for this, too. You may not like how he's doing it. He is a little bit dirty, but I'll tell you what, he is staying on top. He knows that if he gives Dan Mop any room to breathe, all of a sudden we're going to be reminded of the size differential. So what's his point? Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top, and finish this thing off. And that is where Amazing Red is right now.
When both men are on the mat, the size difference does not matter.
And now it seems to be working to Dan Mop's advantage to be in this situation. He's supposed to be getting choked out. He's getting a little bit of a breather and gets an opportunity to kick out there.
And just catching an enziguri to the injured lower back.
I'm joining you gentlemen back in the broadcast booth. What I'm seeing right now is Amazing Red still in control of this contest.
And the whole time you've been gone.
We're not going to see what we're expecting to see right now.
Hold on. See, but Amazing Red does a great job.
Like a Mack truck, a runaway freight train, Dan Mop just missiled his entire body into Red.
Rolling spear, lariat.
I am amazed that Amazing Red just took 2 brutal shots back to back and somehow kicks out. However, all of a sudden, the first 10 minutes of this match appear to have been wiped out as Dan Mop now has control. Amazing Red outside the ring, trying to catch a breath.
I think one of the best decisions that was made, to be completely and truly honest with you, was kicking Reality Check out of ringside.
They did the damage at the beginning of the match, whether they're here now or not. At the beginning of the match,
oh my! Half Nelson suplex. Red was outside the ring. Maff just dropped him on his head into the ring.
Now, here's a big mistake, though. Why is Dan Mop taking any time right now? I think that's time to cover.
You know what? He wants to let the people here in Rawway know that he's going for his signature, the burning hammer.
But with that leg, can he?
You're right. Let's see if he can nail this. And if he can, it might be the final nail in the coffin.
Burning hammer hits.
What is this?
And there comes Jay Lethal. There comes Devon Moore.
Back to Jack.
Moore getting the right hand to the head. Lethal still. Come on. Kevin, really? And Maff takes a chair to the dome. Red is on top. No.
More reality check.
Gets robbed by the Amazing Red and Reality Check.
And Reality Check, who had been banned from ringside, all come down and do what needs to be done. And I tell you, Reality Check, you may not like how they get it done. They seem to get stronger every single time we're out here doing PWS. One of the most fun-loving characters in the wrestling business today.
The founder of Creative has nothing for you.
The very popular.
Wait. He's here.
Hold on.
Is that Teddy Hart?
That is. He told me that.
I can't let you guys have all this fun by yourself. And I want another match. They said it was cool. Not to your permission. Get ready with these 2 legends and put on a nice show.
Teddy Hart in tremendous shape.
What an honorable thing to do. Ask the permission of both of the competitors if he can enter this match.
Well, judging by the fans, they want him in.
Teddy.
Colt is kind of right on that.
Do you believe Teddy Hart just makes up his own rules and now wants to be in this match? Man, I don't know. I'm just speaking for one half of this match. But I'm a fighting man, am I right? I've never said no to a good challenge. I want to eat a whole large pizza all by myself. Teddy, if you and your pussy
And Ted is accompanied by Mr. Money, the Persian cat, as well as his lovely wife, Faye.
I've never seen a more poised cat. Let me just say that.
Oh no, this cat is trained.
but I am a very fan-friendly wrestler. So I ask these people, should Teddy Hart be in this match? No.
Appears that we may be having a three-way dance with Teddy Hart, Matt Hardy, and Colt Cabana.
The almost 1,000 people strong here, chanting the name of Teddy, telling him that yes, they want him in this match. His first American appearance in quite some time, spending a lot of time with the AAA promotion down in Mexico.
Like I said, Teddy Hart looking to be in some of the best shape I've seen him be in quite some time.
Absolutely.
Reminds me of me at my best.
The trademark moonsault to start the match.
And now, correct me if I'm wrong here, Ash Samuels, as we get started now with this three-way dance. Is it me or does Teddy Hart have a bit of an interesting history with Matt Hardy?
Just a bit. I mean, the two of them got signed together. There was the rivalry of, Matt and Jeff were called the best high flyers in the world, but look at what Teddy's doing. So I'd argue that Teddy would
when you
take that
showboat,
handle.
Teddy Hart or not, you can't go around doing backflips off the top rope at the start of a match with two fierce opponents like Colt Cabana and Matt Hardy in the squared circle.
And he's paying the price right now.
And a chop and a punch to the face.
Hard times, all right.
Matt Hardy going to work. Colt Cabana now going to work, and now together.
This has become a handicap match. This is not exactly fair.
Oof, that famous hard clothesline from Matt Hardy.
And they're,
Oh, here we go. A la the Hardy Boys.
Colt's a little big for this, though. Oh!
Not exactly what Matt Hardy was expecting, but effective nonetheless.
And Colt apparently thinks that he's Jeff Hardy, telling Matt that they are the Hardy Boys.
Who knew?
Clearly not a member of Team Extreme.
Colt is not what you call extreme. Oh my God. Teddy Hart going in the hard way. Now they're going to try to get this right. Here we go again, right in front of us. Here comes Colt.
And Matt gets flattened. Beautiful missile dropkick by Hart.
Well, no surprise there. Colt Cabana is the heftiest of the three competitors in this match.
He is, and there's also history between himself and Teddy Hart over an incident involving a certain current WWE champion. But Teddy's showing, as he always does, why he is who he is.
He's Hart.
Oh!
Good God Almighty!
Oh my God!
Teddy Hart just went through the ropes.
Did he impale himself on that
Through
retaining
the
barricade?
guardrail also.
Well, let's just hope that Teddy's okay and our fans are okay.
Like a good situation, Peter Rosenberg.
Hardy being rolled up by Cabana.
All of the security tending to Teddy Hart. Colt Cabana and Matt Hardy have even stopped wrestling to see what the condition of Teddy Hart is, because damn, did he take a spill on the outside or did he take a spill on the outside?
I think they kind of just went back to where they were, which
It was a Matt Hardy versus Colt Cabana match, and that's where we are right now. Now the question is, will Teddy Hart be all right? That was a huge spill. He got tossed from the ring like a piece of garbage. My God.
And
the question is,
the crowd's right. Use real guardrails.
He went through the guardrail, although I got to say, had he gone that hard into a bigger guardrail, I think the situation would have been worse than it already was.
One of the saving graces is we see security surrounding Teddy Hart, not the medical crew, and there's Teddy Hart back on the apron, a real warrior, straight from the heart of Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Beautiful moonsault, rolls under the lariat. Cabana pushing him to the floor.
God. And Teddy Hart takes another spill, this one off the top turnbuckle, courtesy of Colt Cabana. And Matt Hardy now waiting in the cut as the action unfolds in the corner, and here comes Matt Hardy with an opportunity to take advantage and takes it right to Colt Cabana. Here comes the patented Hardy Bulldog right in the center of the ring.
Driving Colt Cabana's skull. There's two.
Cabana is up.
I gotta say, I don't. How could Teddy Hart continue? The second spill may have been as bad as the first, if not worse, because this time he came down from the top turnbuckle after getting shoved by Colt Cabana. Can Teddy Hart pull it together? I mean, this guy's getting his ass kicked.
I mean, maybe he's gonna crawl and get some relief from that little pussy by ringside. You saw him in the ring with it earlier. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know what he's gonna do to get back into the fray now.
He's wrestling smart. He's allowing Cabana and Hardy to just drain themselves.
Well, Teddy's near us right now, trying to get some support.
Teddy Hart is not just moves, guys. He plays the human game of chess. And I have a feeling that good vibrations are not in store for Colt Cabana or Matt Hardy.
Well, Teddy now quietly trying to make his way into the ring from the far corner as Matt Hardy is taking advantage right now of Colt Cabana. But Teddy Hart crawls right back into the fray and is almost
Cabana just
hiding
out of the
underneath. And he's going back up to the top rope again? Are you kidding me?
Beautiful!
And Teddy finally lands the moonsault. He's nursing that back. Oh!
Sweet drop kick.
Those are vintage Teddy Hart, although you can see every time he connects, he grimaces. Now
rolling
here,
DDT.
Oh! That is the Teddy Hart that we know and love. This is a heated way to do things in Rahway, New Jersey. Refuse to lose. Pro Wrestling Syndicate. I'm Peter Rosenberg here with Larry Legend, the voice of Pro Wrestling Syndicate, and I got my buddy Ash Samuels here as we call Colt Cabana versus Matt Hardy versus Teddy Hart out of nowhere. His uncle Bret Hart was here earlier as our guest commissioner, and now Teddy Hart is getting the business from Chicago's own Colt Cabana.
Colt Cabana's laying that boom boom down on Teddy Hart right now.
And there he is.
Cabana using the bionic elbow to his advantage, but I mean, the clash of styles in there right now. The technical, I guess, goofiness of Colt Cabana combined with the hard-hitting aerial artistry of Teddy Hart. It's anyone's game at this point. Teddy going for the Shiranai. Oh! Straight jacket, lung blower, and
I gotta tell you, action only like this here in PWS. Who would have ever thought that we'd see Teddy Hart, Colt Cabana, and Matt Hardy all in the ring? This is legendary in itself.
It absolutely is, and this is not even the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Teddy Hart, there's something about Teddy Hart. There's a smoothness that comes when you've been in the ring since you were about 14 years old.
Very, very true.
There's a fluidity to the way he works. But there,
knees up on the Arabian press.
Doesn't matter how fluid you are, you get two knees to the chest.
I gotta tell you something. I think that Teddy Hart gets power from that pussy. That's why whenever he's on
Pussy
the
cat, Larry Legend.
I'm sorry, yes, pussy cat. Every time that he's out on the outside of the ring, you notice him crawling over to his valet and that little pussy cat.
Hard clothesline from Colt Cabana going for the cover. 2 count only, and Matt Hardy kicks out, and Teddy Hart now again.
Still in this match, though.
He turned up in this one right now. You can tell by the look on Colt Cabana's face. He's not about games right now.
Oh, hanging guillotine by Hardy. Cabana looks like he's trying to roll through it. I wonder what Hart has in mind coming back in there. Maybe 2 birds, 1 stone approach. Oh!
I think Teddy was content to see Colt Cabana get choked out and then be able to deliver the knee to Matt Hardy and see both of his opponents now worse for the wear.
2 for the price of 1.
Oh my
now
God.
Hardy's starting to get dumped to the floor. I'm starting to get this feeling that Hart is going to go into the stratosphere again. Double leg takedown by Cabana. Cabana!
Oh, Cabana's trying to lock on the sharpshooter.
No.
Oh, disrespect for the Hart family as Colt Cabana locks in the sharpshooter.
This cannot fly. Wait, what's Hardy doing?
Hardy with the side effect there, taking out Colt Cabana.
Hart grabbing at his back, and Hardy seems oh, twist of fate by Hardy.
Vintage Matt Hardy That
One,
should do it.
two.
Colt Cabana breaks things up, and that is the danger of a three-way dance. The second you think you have someone pinned, don't forget, there's someone else waiting to break things up. Another twist of fate? No.
Oh, and Billy Goat's curse. It's looking like he's got the Billy Goat's curse hooked. But watch Teddy Hart. Be very, very deceptive here.
Oh!
And the Western Canadian Destroyer.
And there it is! Teddy Hart comes in with some vintage Teddy Hart.
And ends it with some brand new Teddy Hart.
Now you want to talk about a happening, ladies and gentlemen? I'm talking about the One Warrior Nation versus Helter Skelter. Nation missing a huge elbow smash there.
Well, man, listen, I can't say the crowd always reacts well to One Warrior Nation, but nonetheless, he's here to do a job, and hopefully I mean that quite literally.
Well, not reacting well to One Warrior Nation is one thing, but I don't think I've ever seen the crowd endear themselves to Helter Skelter in all of my years here in PWS, quite frankly.
Larry Legend, how old a guy are you?
Peter Rosenberg, I go about 30 years old.
See, that's amazing. He's only 30 years old, but yet many people have said that you have been in the wrestling business for over 35 years.
People have said that about me?
Yes.
I want to meet these people.
They say, oh! And I have to say, One Warrior Nation, he's in thickness, he's about two... So he's worth about 2 warriors.
You know something? I approached the man in the backstage area. I said, what weight do you want? He told me, question mark, question mark, question mark. Enough said. I went out, I announced him from parts unknown, and right now he really is tearing that ring up something fierce.
Now remember, One Warrior Nation, the top Ultimate Warrior cover band in the country.
Well said. Ash Samuels, of course, just reminding us that One Warrior Nation is the top Ultimate Warrior cover band in all of North America. He does a fantastic job. Uh-oh. And what? He's...
Uh-oh.
Hold the phone. Oh, my God. Handsome Nick. Handsome Nick has seen better days.
Outside of his basement at his mother's house in Philly, where he draws all sorts of scary things on paper to scare people.
How would you describe the physique of One Warrior Nation?
Old Russian Olympic athlete.
Well done.
Actually, I'm sorry, Soviet.
Soviet. Yes, very Soviet. Big shoulder block from One Warrior Nation. Oh, and
ladies and gentlemen, I think that's the first match in almost 30 years that's ended with a shoulder block.
Exciting moment here in Pro Wrestling Syndicate.
And I think Helter Skelter's about to die again.
Oh, that's gentlemanly.
He's saying don't hit me. Oh! But Devious wasn't listening to the don't hit me part. He just heard the hit me part.
Oh, God. Handsome Nick back to the outside again, and Helter Skelter's about to get it for the second time. Not again.
Uh-oh. Oh!
That's not fun for anyone.
Tiger bomb to Helter.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Lucifer. This is the world's biggest moonsault. Oh. So big, in fact. Think King Kong climbing the Empire State Building. And he's angry about the UF'd up chant. I have a feeling that this is...
Oh my God! My God!
The last we are ever going to see of Helter Skelter, because I think he may be deceased.
I got news for you. That moonsault could actually get you quite far in the wrestling business.
Oh, very reminiscent of Vader. I mean, if Viscera was able to do a moonsault, I think that's what it would look like. And the crowd loves it so much, they want to see one more. And Devious is obliging. Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh. And that is what they call the Black Sharpie.
I hope they're not going to give him another. No, please don't go up there again.
Lucifer's darkest days are about to come for Helter Skelter.
Oh, God!
Oh my God! And Devious thinks this is hilarious.
Not again. Not again.
It feels like I'm watching, and this is so odd because of what actually just took place, but with the crowd chanting one more time, I can't help be reminded of the multiple elbow drops by Randy Savage at WrestleMania 7 to the Ultimate Warrior.
My question is, what did Helter Skelter do to deserve this torment? Not again. I really
Honestly, from knowing Helter Skelter for a couple of years, it's more like, what didn't he do?
Well said. What's amazing about this moonsault is that it's harder for him to get up than it is to execute the moonsault. Oh! My God! Third time's the charm.
Guys, that was nuts. That was absolutely insane. And there's Teddy Hart, a huge proponent of moonsault himself. Saw Lucifer Darkside, said, I gotta go raise this guy's hand.
You have to respect.
And I think we've seen the star in the making right here.
My God.
But Kevin Matthews is about 6 inches of height and about 50 pounds of size on these two, so it's going to be very interesting to see if they'd be able to hit more bang for your buck on Matthews. And Reality Check starts with the beatdown.
You know, that's where they're going to run into problems. Kevin Matthews is the odd man out, but in a good way.
Oh! Enziguri to the face.
And all of a sudden...
Schoolyard drop kick. It's like when you used to shove the fat kid on Schoolyard, remember?
No, that was me. I was the fat kid.
Oh, beautiful double drop kick. I was too, actually. So, in the end, we win. Oh!
Oh! Almost the end of my friend Jake right there, who's only one injury from death at any given moment. Oh!
You're dead.
And the Young Bucks in control early. What do you call that?
They called that Californication. I call that a vicious, vicious corkscrew neck breaker.
Kevin Matthews into the corner hard. More Young Bucks, and lots of it.
We got a what? Yeah, okay, all right here. Uh-oh. Oh! Almost using Matt Jackson as a table to put Nick Jackson through on that poetry in motion intent. And now, officially, the bell is ringing.
And now the match has started, my God.
But the match has been started.
Unfortunately, yeah, there's already been a lot of punishment that's taken place here before the bell even rung.
The Young Bucks weren't even able to gear down. And Kevin Matthews mocking the Bucks.
I tell you what, Kevin Matthews knows how to endear himself to the crowd.
I think Kevin Matthews looks for new ways every time he wakes up to make people hate him. Like, he has like a thesaurus of things that he could do that are horrible to others to make people hate him.
He does it so well, though.
He does, and then my scumbag brethren, the notorious Devon Moore. I mean, if you think about Reality Check that's in the ring right now, you have both sides of the Occupy Wall Street. The 1% that is Kevin Matthews, the 99 that is Devon Moore, and the foot to the Landrix of Nick Jackson. And Matthews using that shirt to strangle him. Kevin Matthews claiming he didn't see the shirt. He missed the shirt. Now, we got Larry Legend joining us back at ringside.
Ashley, I gotta tell you, it has been hot and heavy in Rawway tonight. I keep being summoned to the back. I've got to get the rundown of last-minute things that are happening with the rest of Refuse to Lose. I'm happy to be back out here with you. How's this match been shaping up?
This has been everything you've expected and more, considering the David and Goliath battle between PWS Behemoth's Reality Check and a team that has torn it up all over the independents, all over TNA, all over Japan, in the Young Bucks. And
well, right now, Devon Moore, he seems to be tearing up the visage of the Young Bucks with his fingernails, raking the back, raking the face, raking the knee, raking every part of the anatomy of his opponent.
See, now the thing is, you got to keep in mind about Moore. He's a high flyer, just like.
Oh! You want to talk about high flying? How about that?
Beautiful splash by Kevin Matthews, getting a full layout before he hit.
And you know something, I got to tell you folks, videotape, DVD quality does not do Kevin Matthews justice. This man is a hoss. He is one of the biggest men that I've ever been next to in the ring. And quite frankly, he looks like he's a little bit bigger than he was at Supercard 2012.
I wouldn't be surprised. Kevin also is a little more than unstable. You know, he's not a guy I'd really feel like pissing off because, well, you're going to see pretty soon. But Nick and Matt are making a huge comeback here. Big clothesline, taking Matthews off the apron. My question is this, Larry Legend, do you think, spinning back elbow, beautiful drop kick. Do you think that the Jacksons will be able to hit more bang for your buck on somebody the size of Kevin Matthews?
Well, you know, time will tell. My thing is, like you said, these men reality check, regular juggernaut here in PWS. So, I don't know, we're just gonna have to watch this play unfold in front of us, or rather match, I should say.
Shell shock by Kevin Matthews. But hurricane kick.
Taking too much time to play into the crowd. That's what that was about.
Beautiful Yakuza kick, shades of the late Trent Acid by Devon Moore, and it looks like he's going up for that shooting star press.
Here it comes, getting himself set. And
beautiful attempt, but no water in the pool.
He went for everything and got nothing on that shooting star press.
Very angry about that, making the charge, tossing Nick over. Clothesline Gameguri combo. And now Kevin Matthews just accidentally took out his own partner.
Kick. Peter Rosenberg joining us back in the broadcast booth. Oh my God.
Super kicks. Now will that be enough to put Reality Check away?
Well, and this is what you were saying about the Young Bucks being one of the best young tag teams in the world today. Oh, jeez.
2, 3, we got a 3 count. Holding the tights by Devon Moore. Referee did not. Wait a minute. Referee did not see it. This is why we don't have instant replay in professional wrestling.
And yet again.
But Reality Check ekes their way out.
I'll tell you in 1 second. Now listen, there are people out there who will tell you that Marty Jannetty is the Art Garfunkel of the wrestling business.
See, I
would disagree, though.
I would say Sid Barrett. I would definitely say Sid Barrett.
But Marty Jannetty, a great performer in his own right. And I'll tell you what, fantastic shape for the age that he's in right now. Although I don't know if anyone's in better an age for their shape than Jerry Lynn.
I mean, you're right, Pete. Like, this may be match of the night as in terms of singles matches, but it also has the highest combined age of the night. So that is a testament to how amazing these two are as professional wrestlers.
No, these guys are both amazing, and I just received word right now that Marty Jannetty is going to be starring in Inner Space 2, taking over where Martin Short left off. A striking resemblance to the great Martin Short.
That is true. Now, will he be doing the click thing?
We'll see.
So possibly Marty Jannetty in a fat suit.
You never know what's going to happen. Right now, he's just having fun with the audience, and here we go. Time to lock up two legends of this business, Marty Jannetty and Jerry Lynn, who's in the midst of his retirement tour.
Marty Jannetty treating this like he's Mitt Romney. All he wants is cheers and acceptance, putting his hands up like that. Look at it. He's pointing them, he's pointing Jerry, he's pointing them, he's pointing Jerry. Them, Jerry, them, Jerry. It's too confusing for even me to follow.
You would think
this is our interactive portion of the evening, guys.
you know what? Jerry Lynn has had enough, tries to wrap up Marty in a small package, doesn't happen. And now it appears to be go time between two legends. You would think from the way we started here it was the Marty Jannetty farewell tour, however, it is not. It is the Jerry Lynn farewell tour. And here's our lockup, and it starts things off with Marty Jannetty having Jerry Lynn in a headlock.
I mean, and that shirt that Marty Jannetty is wearing says it all. Old school.
Old school is right. Marty Jannetty, a name.
Nice segue into the drop toe hold. Front face lock. Front face lock by Lynn. Jannetty rolls through. Lynn rolls through. Jannetty rolls through. The crowd likes what they see.
No, it's like a fine match in Japan. The crowd appreciating an exchange of holds. And they lock up yet again. Now, you have to remember here, Marty Jannetty is a guy who really was featured on television only really through the early 90s. After the early 90s, we've seen him sparingly, but when you do see him, he's incredibly beloved and always in fantastic shape.
Exactly. You see, the common thought process was always that because Shawn Michaels got the bigger push, Shawn Michaels is the better worker. I think that the biggest shame in Marty Jannetty's career was never being able to truly get that rocket strapped to his back and be given the ball and run with it like Shawn Michaels did. Because Marty is an incredibly accomplished technical wrestler, a great high flyer. I mean, the two of these guys, if you really want to think about it, the cruiserweight divisions in most of the companies in the world would not exist if not for guys like Jerry Lynn and Marty Jannetty.
Absolutely well said. And it's funny, I guess if you were to ask Marty Jannetty, I wonder if he'd tell you it was a gift and a curse working with one of the best of all time in Shawn Michaels. He got to have such a run with him, but at the same time was really sort of not regarded in the same way he should have been because of the fact that he was working next to Shawn, not only because he was so great, but like you said, because of the fact that Shawn was given the opportunity that he was given, and for whatever reason, Marty wasn't. And I don't think it was because anyone thought he wasn't talented. It was just because people thought Shawn Michaels was that good. Interesting to think what would have happened with Marty Jannetty had he been in a different place.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the most infamous angles ever shot to this day was when Shawn Michaels threw Marty Jannetty through a barbershop window.
Super kicking him through that window. I mean, just a classic moment in history.
And around the same time, a guy by the name of Jerry Lynn started having these matches with a guy by the name of Lightning Kid, who would then go on to be the 1, 2, 3 Kid, to be X-Pac, so on and so forth, in Global. I mean, it's almost as if when one career ended, or not ended, slowed down, the other began to speed up. Jerry Lynn has competed all over the world. He's held titles in literally every company that he has been in, with the exception of Pro Wrestling Syndicate. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him make one more run for some gold here before he calls it a night for his wrestling career.
Wouldn't that be an amazing thing to see here at Pro Wrestling Syndicate as Jerry Lynn and Marty Jannetty step back once again and reapproach the situation? How tremendous would it be if we had the opportunity to see Jerry Lynn, maybe say a month down the road from now when we're back here again, to see him get another opportunity at a title, this time right here in Pro Wrestling Syndicate. But right now, I'll tell you what, Jerry Lynn's not thinking about a title. He's thinking about not getting his stomach hammered by the big dome of Marty Jannetty, who sends Jerry Lynn in the hard way.
Those buckles, I mean, between Teddy, Marty, and Jerry Lynn, as well as some of the guys in that tag team Gauntlet, these buckles seem uncharacteristically hard to take.
They do. On sight, it doesn't look that bad, but it seems like everyone who's gone into those buckles has come out worse for wear. Speaking of which, boom, in goes Marty Jannetty.
Jerry Lynn's taking Jannetty around the world. I think Jannetty's nose is busted open.
I think Jannetty might actually have a little... Oh, maybe right.
Caught him with a little throat thrust.
I don't know if it's busted open, but it's certainly bright red.
Nice up and over. Big right. Uh-oh. And I was going to say into the turn. Oh! Jannetty goes into the turnbuckle. Rebound drop kick. Jerry Lynn sending Marty Jannetty to the floor.
Tell you what, it's just what I like to call good old-fashioned professional wrestling that we're seeing. And uh-oh. Baseball slide, no. Marty Jannetty forced it to get out of the way.
Oh, Marty up and over with the Biscotto.
Marty Jannetty lunging his, nearly 50-year-old body over those ropes.
I think actually over 50.
Over 50.
He was the older of the two Rockers. I'm not completely sure. Yes, you're absolutely right, Pete. I mean, the intensity and athleticism that Marty is showing tonight shows that no matter how old he is, he still wants it. Jerry Lynn, a man who has held world titles late into his career, beating Marty Jannetty is just another notch in his belt. So I don't think it's going to be a matter of who's better. I think it's going to be a matter of who's in better condition.
I'll tell you what, you are a wise man. Marty Jannetty, 52 years old, actually. I'll tell you what, my dad wasn't flying around like this at 52 years old.
Not at all. Mine had a hunting rifle, and that was about it. These two, on the other hand, I mean, you got to think, Jerry Lynn, many claim the movie The Wrestler was based on him.
You have to say there is a resemblance. However, if the movie The Wrestler was based on Jerry Lynn, there would be something that was inaccurate, and that is Jerry Lynn, not a sad figure at all in wrestling. A guy who's done quite well for himself, mentally does quite well.
Oh, absolutely right. You know, Jerry, one of those guys that I always like to say sets an example for the rest of the locker room. He really does. You will never catch Jerry Lynn in a situation that would make him uncomfortable, that would warrant him feeling a certain way about anything. I mean, in the ring, one of the most ruthless, when he wants to be, amazing technicians. Outside the ring, one of the chillest, most relaxed dudes in the world.
Absolutely. You know, I think people would be surprised to see how much unlike Jerry Lynn is to the Randy the Ram character in The Wrestler. I think there's very little resemblance besides maybe the sorts of places he's performed in this stage of his career and physically what he looks like.
That's very true.
But Jerry Lynn, I'll tell you what, maybe going for a ride right now. Indeed he is. Straight into that top turnbuckle, courtesy of Marty Jannetty.
Slingshot into the top turnbuckle.
Oh, boot to the face from Jerry Lynn.
Oh!
Wow. My God.
Lovely tornado DDT.
There's the cover after the tornado. Not exactly what you'd call an emphatic kick out from Marty Jannetty, but he's alive nonetheless.
Absolutely. Pete, this one, Lynn went for the cradle pile driver. Jannetty blocks it. Ooh, gourd buster.
Hold on. Jannetty going up. One rope, two ropes. I'm guessing he'll stop there too. Nope, Jerry Lynn not having it.
Nice DDT DDT by Jannetty. Jannetty, you know, I don't want to say his name was tarnished because it wasn't, but he was always known as the other guy in the Rockers. But honestly, I think that through the history books, he should be looked at as Marty Jannetty. But regardless of that, Jerry Lynn picking up the win.
And I'll tell you what, that was it was a very important win for Jerry Lynn. If he does, you know, and I'm just speculating with you here, but if he does have aspirations of getting himself in the title picture here at Pro Wrestling Syndicate, that was a very important win. He has to beat, you know, no disrespect, but he has to beat someone who's in an advanced stage of their career like Marty Jannetty. He absolutely has to if he wants to end up in the title picture.
You are absolutely right about that. I mean, the mutual respect between the two of them is there, but at the end of the day, there's only one PWS belt, and that's the world title, and that currently is held by Sami Callihan, who we're going to see later on tonight.
Well said, well said.
I just want to say tonight, I asked for this match. When I announced my retirement at the end of the year, Eric asked me, who do you want to wrestle that you've never wrestled? Right away, I didn't have to think about it. I said, Marty. And all I'm saying, before I got into wrestling, I was a big Marty Jannetty fan. When him and Sean were the Midnight Rockers in the NWA. And I just can't say thank you enough. It's an honor and a privilege for me to do this with my youth. Thank you.
Let's hope later.
All right, guys, so
Shed a little light on what's going on here, Larry Legend. This was a fatal four-way.
well, Peter, you know that I've been in the back all night long. I've been back and forth out here announcing matches, you know, doing commentary with you. I was getting the rundown from the promoter. Apparently, Teddy Hart has his own wrestling academy, and he demanded that two of his students, his prime students, be entered into this four-way, making it a six-way.
Listen, I know Teddy Hart. Not surprised that he's throwing his weight around, throwing that Hart family name around.
Oh, absolutely.
To get his agenda done here at PWS, and now we see two wrestlers from Teddy's school, apparently. Two guys were under the tutelage of Teddy Hart.
Yeah, we've got high-risk Andrew Hawks. He's in the black and white. The other gentleman, unfortunately, Peter, I'm going to have to throw myself under the bus. I didn't even get any info for him. I just called him Teddy Hart's hired gun. And right now, he's not doing that bad for himself, if you ask me. Scintillating Hurricane Rana goes for a line. High-risk Andrew Hawks off the rope with an arm tag and sticks 2 feet right into the face of the hired gun from Teddy Hart's Wrestling Academy.
Not surprisingly, two guys who have worked with Teddy Hart appear to have the ups on that drop kick, just like their mentor, Teddy Hart.
You want to see a drop kick?
I'll say. Oh, wait, Adam Cole said you want to see a drop kick. Went for everything, got nothing there. High-risk Andrew Hawks does the same thing.
Living up to his name, high-risk elbow that does not have the payoff he was looking for.
Speaking of high risk, take a look at that body art on Andrew Hawks' his torso there and his arms.
A la Dwayne Johnson, minus some of the artistic value. No disrespect.
No disrespect at all. Oh, and here comes Samuray Del Sol. Now this man is truly scintillating.
And there it is, another drop kick.
Sending Adam Cole right to the outside. Oh, the Filipino Flex Factory, Shima Zion's in the fray.
What was that? The Filipino what?
Flex Factory.
It's quite a name.
He told me to call him that.
I thought he said fudge. Oh my, speaking of fudge, oh my fucking God.
Wow.
And that's what Samurai Del Sol is known for doing, bringing a crowd to its feet. With maneuvers just like that.
Those two kids out of Alberta are in there. They are the guys to watch in this match. They came here on their own dime to PWS.
Whoa!
They want to compete in front of the biggest and best crowd.
Oh, and here comes the man of
and they
faith.
know that here's the way to do it. And here comes Brian XL. Brian XL, a guy who surprises me every time I see him. I mean, the history that I have with him, as well as half the locker room does, he has done a 180 as a person, and I applaud him for that. And I think he's trying to put Sheena Zion's solar plexus into a 180 position.
Well, what he might have just done there is gotten some of his soul glow on his hands after rubbing his Filipino fro. And now Brian XL is in control of, what do you call him? The
Filipino Flex Factory Shima Zion. It's quite a tongue twister. Oh, he just spit on him. Well, the man of faith, Brian XL, letting his soul glow.
Oh, well done. And that is legitimate hairspray, I can tell you right now.
I can smell it from where I sit.
Oh, nice work from Brian XL. Brian XL, a talented gentleman.
Almost at.
Oh, I think I know what we're going to see now. Hold on.
In the ring at one time, where you have Adam Cole this generation, Brian XL early 2000s, Shima Zion in the middle, and you got these two kids out of Edmonton, Alberta, that are here to make noise and do nothing else.
Jeez Louise, right in front of us here. This is what makes PWS.
Good God.
Ridiculous action right there, right in front of us. Larry Legend, you all right?
I'm all right. I mean, I'm almost lost my seat over here. What are we about to see next?
My God! A flying corkscrew moonsault to the floor?
But we haven't seen it all yet.
Himself. He told me it was going to be something special. That was amazing.
Holy smokes.
And as the crowd starts to chant, Lucha, Lucha, we know what's on deck.
Please don't say there's more. Oh my God! I would mess it up if I even tried to describe what just happened there, Ash Samuels.
That was a step over 1.5 sent onto a group of standing opponents.
I'm speechless.
Mike.
And now it looks like Adam Cole. It's every man against Adam Cole. Beautiful, shining crossbody by Brian XL.
Fancy there.
With deep arm drag. Del Sol is going again for the air, but you should watch Adam Cole.
Because there he is, Adam Cole, waiting.
That's right, Adam Cole basically said to Samuray Del Sol, you fancy, huh?
Well said. He's sitting there watching everyone do their fancy sentons, and moonsaults, and corkscrews, and he's just waiting.
Cole is one of those guys that he just oozes charisma. He has that it factor, but I wonder when he's going against the international caliber of talent that's in this match, if it's not slightly overwhelming for him. He is a young guy in this business.
Tell you what, he does not seem overwhelmed right now. He seems in control of this match. He seems in control of this arena also.
Adam Cole saying, look how strong I am, as he just whipped Samuray Del Sol into the turnbuckle.
And now mocking him.
Well, he's dressed in all black like the Omen, so you know he has nothing but bad intentions in his mind.
Well done. You are putting together hip-hop references during this match, Larry Legend, and I certainly appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad to be sitting next to you right now, Peter Rosenberg.
Oh, well, thank you. That is really an honor. I do not hear that every day.
Are you guys done marking out for each other?
All right, yeah, you know, oh! Not surprising to see a missile drop kick off the top rope from one of Teddy Hart's students.
I wouldn't even call them students. I mean, my man Andy right here, trained by Sailor Art Thomas, is actually the head trainer alongside Teddy Hart at the new dungeon in Calgary. And I've heard many comparisons about him to Jack Evans, to Pac. And if you look at this match, I'd say those names are, yeah, they're great high flyers. They're very important, but Samuray Del Sol, Zema Ion, they have that same sort of special quality that they bring. And then you have Adam Cole, who may or may not be the cockiest man alive.
This is a very, say what you want about Adam Cole, this is a talented group of professional wrestlers.
Let's do it together.
Oh, this is making me want to retch.
No, this,
Acting like you're gonna do the Eiffel Tower, and that's just wrong. Double super, nope, uh-oh. You some people going to die?
wow.
And they all come tumbling down right in the center of the squared circle.
I gotta say, a lot of times you turn on a wrestling show, you see 6 combatants in the ring, what you get is a mess. I'll be honest, it may have even happened in the past, years ago here. What you're seeing here tonight is a fantastic match with 6 talented young wrestlers, and now what are we gonna get?
No one's taking cert. Oh! Breaking up the pin. This is elimination rules, so I have to question why he broke up the pin.
I believe it is not elimination rules.
I'm very sorry. I was thinking of last month's Suicidal 6-Way.
There you go. No, we're looking for 1 pinfall here, and believe me, that's what Adam Cole's looking for right now. Oh, my God. What do you call that, Ash Samuels?
That might as well be called the skull effer, because I'm pretty sure Samurai Del Sol's skull will never, ever be Virgin again.
Oh, my goodness.
My gosh. Sounded like a gunshot. Fisherman Brainbuster goes for the lateral press, hooks the leg. Shima Zion in there to break it up.
I tell you what, I saw a documentary on that featured Shima Zion. Very interesting story. A guy who dreamed his whole life, grew up with in a single-parent home with his mother, dreaming of being a professional wrestler. You know, you may not like the guy, you may not like his attitude, you may not like the aerosol can full of hairspray, but I'll tell you what, he busted his butt, and there's a payoff. The guy is incredibly talented in this wrestling ring.
Wait a minute, we're about to see something right now.
As I said,
Extreme makeover to the Ninja Assassin. Brian XL breaking up the pin before that could be taken, because I'm sorry, I have not seen many people get up from the Extreme makeover.
my God, what a knife-edge chop there from Brian XL. Oh!
Springboard Tornado DDT finds the mark.
Phoenix 720 DDT. I spoke to Brian. I asked him why that move in particular. He said it was a shout out to his friend and mentor Jody Fleisch out in England. And right here, this is going to be. Oh, Alberta driver. That was sick. That was sick.
Brian XL gutsy kicking out there on 2. Go ahead, Larry. Sorry about that.
Only can negotiate a 2 count on it. Got to give a shout out to the 7th man in the ring, Brett Lauderdale, the official. It takes a hell of a referee to be able to control a suicidal 6-way right here in PWS.
Brett having his hands full a little bit more so in this match than he did in the One Warrior Nation match about a half an hour ago. Wow. Big kick to the skull. Oh! That could do it, and it will!
Ladies and gentlemen, huge win by Del Sol. This is going to be something very interesting here.
Absolutely.
As you got Maria on one end, Jillian on the other. You know, you would consider them to be given the most exposure, and with us at ringside now, the radiant Becky Bayless.
Oh, the radiant Becky Bayless.
Hey, Shugs, what's going on?
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Peter Rosenberg. I'm excited to have you at ringside. You look.
Heard much about you. The pleasure is all mine.
Do tell me. I want to know what you've heard. Was it about my sexual conquests?
Kind of the opposite.
Oh, okay. Well.
Maybe your inadequacies.
Oh, my sexual inadequacies.
But
Okay.
we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the
Yes.
beautiful girls in the ring right now.
Well-
These are 4 gorgeous, talented women we have.
And they've absolutely. So tell me.
Look,
Being
the fans are obviously behind Maria and Brittney.
Well,
I mean, it's
absolutely. There's always a lot
we have
behind.
4 beautiful women, but it's obvious that the fans are behind Maria and Brittney. These 2 beautiful women.
What do you, Becky? What do you expect to see in a match like this? You being an incredible professional wrestler yourself, what do you expect to see here?
I don't know if incredible is the word
Incredible.
I would use, but I appreciate the compliment. I expect to see the girls a lot of times feel like they have more to prove.
Absolutely.
So a lot of times the girls will hit harder than the guys. You know, they work harder to be respected, and they know they have to be tougher both mentally and physically. So here's 4 girls. Jillian and Maria obviously have proved themselves time and time again. You know, they were big stars in OVP for many years. And here's 2 younger girls in Brittney and Reby who are fighting their way up the ranks and really are doing a great job of making a name for themselves. So I'm looking for the two of Brittney and Reby to look to make their name and be kind of guided by their tag partners, the more experienced girls. What are you expecting to see?
I'm glad you asked. You know, I think that's actually made a great point. I think both younger girls, Brittney and Reby, are going to try to take advantage of this situation. It's very special. But I will tell you, you know, you look at the last couple years, and it's possible that Reby may have more experience than anyone in this ring. She's been in a lot of matches. Maybe she may have done more work the last couple years than Maria has. And I haven't seen Maria work in quite a little while, so I'm excited to see what Maria has.
I do believe that Maria just started wrestling again after taking a hiatus in the past few months. And, you know, Maria is definitely a wonderful character, has always had a ton of fan support. She's just a lovable person. You know, I consider Maria a friend. If you know her personally, you know, it's impossible not to love Maria. She's so lovable. The fans love her. Everyone who works with her loves her.
Oh.
And look at that. That was seriously some athleticism we just saw. But now Maria's looking to prove herself. She never had really much of a chance. She's working, you know, on the independent scene. She's the first lady of Ring of Honor. She feels like she has something to prove, and I think we're seeing that right now.
Well said, Becky. I couldn't agree more. That was actually about 2 or 3 new moves that I've already seen from Maria that I've not seen from her in the past.
Maybe some of the Ring of Honor wrestling styles rubbing off on her.
And I have shown her a few things here and there.
Is that so?
That is so. Vintage Jillian.
We won't tell her boyfriend.
No. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Becky, how dare you?
That's my mind. My mind's always in the gutter.
My God.
Trying to get Pete beaten up. Okay.
I hope that's not a weave, because that weave would come right out. But I believe that is all real. I believe everything on Maria is all.
Really?
As far as I know.
So that makes
a gorgeous woman, obviously blessed by God.
That just makes her boyfriend really lucky.
We have some double teaming action.
Oh, Becky, again, there you go, talking about double teaming and what's.
Well, I don't know if Jillian and Reby have worked together in Lucha Libre, but it looks like they have a serious game plan going.
See, Beck, the thing I need to ask you is, when it comes to being a female athlete in Redemption, I mean,
we're using the word athlete loosely, but
the last show, one of the main criticisms was a match that involved Reby Sky as well as 2 other local talent. And now it seems that she's come out here with, it's beyond something to prove just based on her sex. It's like it's something to prove based on one bad match does not make a wrestler either way.
Oh, not at all. We all have bad matches. I've been doing this on and off for 10 years. Everyone has a bad match. Everyone has a bad day. Sometimes you're just off your game. But anyone who knows Reby or is familiar with her career knows that she's been training very hard with some of the best in the business. And Reby is someone who wants it and is always constantly striving and trying to get better. You know, and it shows a lot. When you have a bad match, sometimes it's hard to come back in front of the same crowd because you come in with something new. And it can only help Reby working with girls as experienced as Jillian and Maria. And Reby is someone who wants to learn every time she's in. You can only benefit by working
Well, I'll tell you guys, I'm a little surprised right now. I didn't think that I would see Maria Kanellis being the one who's struggling, hoping to get a tag to her younger partner, Brittney Savage.
Well,
but it's Maria who finds herself stuck in a bit of trouble with Jillian Hall.
Well, it's kind of been a 2-on-1 situation so far. You know, Jillian and Reby had a game plan coming into
They
this.
really have. They have kept Maria in their corner.
But yeah, it's been some excellent tag team work. They know as a tag team, they're working together beautifully. I have to think they definitely worked together in Lucha Libre USA. They had to have, because these girls, it's not something like the first time working together. They know what they're doing. Maria's so close to the tag, but she's out of it. I think she doesn't even know where she is right now. She's so close right there, but she's obviously out of her wits. And as a wrestler, I can tell you that does happen. Sometimes when you're knocked loopy, you don't even know where you are in the ring. But she didn't even realize her tag partner was right there, and that will happen. You get hit hard enough in the head, and you lose your wits about it.
Sometimes you end up going on autopilot, and the unfortunate thing is you don't know where your autopilot will take you or what it'll do.
And the crowd wants to see Brittney in there right now. They want to see Brittney. They want to see her beat these 2 girls' asses.
There will always be a love of the homegrown talent that may or may not ever get to see that big stage, that national TV audience who's going out here, you know, for basically gas money and the love of the game. And it's times like that where maybe the girl who has the 2,500 or more guarantee is I don't want to say half in it, but at the same time, doesn't have as much to prove as a Reby Sky or a Brittney Savage.
But the thing is, we're not even seeing that. The girls that have already proved themselves, they're
busting their butt. And by the way, finally Maria gets the tag to Brittney Savage, who comes in and is working
Brittney's cleaning house right now. And I've wrestled Brittney Savage quite a few times. And let me tell you, she might be tiny. She's a cute little blonde girl, but that girl, she's taken me to the limit several times. Actually, the one who ever got knocked out in a match was by Brittney Savage. But let me tell you, Brittney, she's got a big punch in a tiny package.
There she goes, crossbody from the top rope, tries to get the pin.
And that was so close. Again, the tag team work by Reby and Jillian. They've got each other's backs. As a tag team, I mean, you have to. They are on that game.
And, I don't want to say a thrown together tag team, but for people who don't tag often, there's a certain fluidness in what they're doing that if I didn't know that...
Oh, wait, we're about to see some tag team. Oh, look at this. And as someone would say, vintage Maria Kanellis. Vintage.
Wow.
And she have taught Brittney a thing or two. But excellent teamwork by the two ladies.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to also keep in mind, and as ridiculous as this sounds, anatomy, you can't hit a girl
More cheating by Reby. But,
That's the thing. Reby, she's also learned how to be crafty. Manipulative is not the word. Crafty, on the other hand, is because...
Hey, sometimes that's more important than anything.
With the roll-up real quick, and Jillian just stole the pin.
That's what you got to call. And that was what I would call vintage Jillian Hall.
They get woken up because mommy, Sami Callihan is in my closet.
And unfortunately, on more than one occasion, he actually was in that child's closet.
That's just wrong. Wrong, I tell you.
My
goodness. A beautiful kick to the face to start it off. Oh!
He's not wasting any time.
Sounded like a gunshot.
If I didn't...
Sami Callihan rolling through.
Larry, if I didn't have eyes, I'd be pretty sure that was a gunshot.
Yeah. Sami Callihan unleashes with those chops.
Not again, no.
Here we go.
No.
Chops and forearms. Chops and forearms, but Ken J. Lethal.
Oh! How'd that feel?
Oh, Sami Callihan. Strong words for Jay Lethal.
Emphasis, if you will.
I'll say, put some extra stank on it.
That is a DVD exclusive, folks. DVD exclusive.
And now into the ring we go, where a championship match belongs. Sami Callihan, the champion, Reality Check's Jay Lethal, trying to bring that title back to Reality Check. Now, Larry Legend, let me ask you. What do you think Jay Lethal's strategy is dealing with the champion, Sami Callihan?
Oh, it's plain as day. I mean, he's a member of Reality Check, and look, he's got his backup on the outside of the ring. The most handsome bodyguard in the history of pro wrestling, Vincent, Virgil, whatever you want to call it, that's the X Factor in this contest.
And Lethal staying one step ahead of Callihan. The minute Callihan mounted that top rope, Lethal was there to push him to the floor. Tonight has been a night of breaking guardrails.
Absolutely, and a lot of falls to the floor. That one, oh no. And then a two-handed chop from Virgil, already paying dividends. Oh, my God. It is already paying off for Jay Lethal to have Virgil in his corner.
And there you have it. That's the strategy. Reality Check. You know, Jay Lethal came out here, got on his high horse and talked about how Sami Callihan is a cheater, a vile individual. Hey, he's no angel. He's definitely no angel with Vincent or Virgil. Oh, good God.
That was an unbelievable knife-edge chop that sends the champion to the ground. Now remember, as Virgil hangs out on the ramp, walking around celebrating the damage he's done to Sami Callihan, it's not just Virgil. There's all of Reality Check still in the building. If Reality Check is in the building, it's virtually impossible that Jay Lethal can get pinned. I don't know how you stop Reality Check at this point. And their reign of terror now has lasted upwards of a couple of years.
That is very true, and they're constantly just slowly tweaking the Reality Check group to find whatever they consider perfection. But I think they're pretty close in this one. I mean, Jay Lethal is one of the more soft-spoken but more serious wrestlers.
Nothing soft-spoken about that chop.
Absolutely not.
Oh! These feel awful. Why are you doing that? Jay, why are you doing that?
Trying to chop the hide right off of Sami Callihan's chest.
Beautiful suplex. See, Jay Lethal, he's had to play characters. He had to play a raver. He had to play Macho Man.
Yeah, I think he is half Macho Man.
He on top of that, after that, he had to play something else. So this is him saying, I'm Jay Lethal.
I'm tired of playing the character. I am Jay Lethal now.
Exactly.
Oh no, and now he's hearkening back to Ric Flair, a man he's worked with before, a man he's wrestled before, and pulls out the figure 4 leg lock dead center in the middle of the ring, and Sami Callihan is in trouble, and so is that PWS championship.
Writhing in pain right now is the Callihan Death Machine, Sami Callihan. You gotta wonder how much longer is he gonna be able to take this pain. His shoulders are on the mat, you would imagine. Bret Hart, there we go. Kicking out from the pain. He knows he doesn't want to lose the PWS title, but Jay Lethal has that figure 4 leg lock expertly applied on the legs of Sami Callihan.
Jay Lethal has studied Ric Flair. He learned the proper execution of that move from Ric Flair. So I don't know if there's anyone who could put a more painful figure 4 leg lock on you who's still active in this business today.
Sami has reversed the pressure, and now Jay Lethal is the one that's in trouble. He gets to the ropes, and unfortunately, Sami has to break it. And you see the effects of that figure 4 for as long as Jay Lethal had the Callihan Death Machine in it.
No question about it. Double axe handle the back of the head of Sami Callihan. And let's be honest, guys. You look at this match, we're about, 6 minutes in? I don't think Sami Callihan has been on offense for more than about 40 seconds. Oh, my God. And how many knife-edge chops to the chest is Sami Callihan going to take? But just as I say that, here comes Sami Callihan mounting a little bit of offense with some chops, albeit on the outside of the ring. 3 chops. Hold on. 4 chops to Jay Lethal.
Now, well, the chops.
5 chops.
People always say chops are, they do nothing other than make noise. That's wrong. When your chest is beaten into mincemeat like that, you have a hard time breathing, you have a hard time catching your air. And these two they don't rest. The pace always stays almost faster than the average human being can do it.
I have to say,
the face of Jay Lethal.
Sami Callihan is rude, he is disrespectful, and the crowd loves him. Oh! Malenko gutbuster by Jay Lethal.
Right in position there, only gets a 2 count. Only a 2.
Brett Lauderdale, one of the best in the business today. No question about it. Now, here's the question. Sami Callihan in this match here, we're about 8 minutes in now. He's taken about 35 chops to the chest.
Look at his chest right now. It's like hamburger meat.
Oh, it is bright red. There's marks. Oh, hold on. What is that? Is that bruising?
It's bruising and blood welts. Yep. See, when you get chopped like that many times, every single blood vessel in your chest, which is a lot of them, burst.
A whole lot of blood under the skin of Sami Callihan, and Jay Lethal nearly celebrating now in the middle of the ring, finger in the air, knowing he has dominated the champion for the better part of 10 minutes. Well, I have a question though. Where is Virgil?
Well, it's a good question. Not a bad question at all, but as I said at the beginning of this match, that was going to be the X factor. And after Virgil interjected himself, Sami Callihan hasn't really been able to mount an offensive.
Absolutely not. Oh, there it is. The first signs of life from Sami Callihan. Up, and as soon as he starts to mount a little offense, you don't forget, we may not like this new Jay Lethal, but he's as smart as Jay Lethal has ever been. But right now, Sami Callihan has bought himself some time, an opportunity to gain some energy, and maybe put together a little bit of an offensive moment here.
Oh, missing the Superfly splash. Lethal trying to take advantage of that.
Oh, no.
And he's climbing up to that third turnbuckle right there.
I would hate to see what happens if an elbow lands to that chest.
Oh, and missing the, oh yeah, in the middle of the ring.
Callahan out of the way, and now both men on the mat. You have to say, though, from Sami Callahan's perspective, he's in a better situation than he was in, say, 5 minutes ago when he was getting chopped to death outside the ring. He's at least now at even strength, albeit that means both men are writhing on the mat in pain. Remember, the PWS Championship on the line here. Refuse to lose. I'm Peter Rosenberg. I am joined by Larry Legend, the voice of PWS, along with my friend Ash Samuels, calling this championship match. We're back here again 1 month from now for more PWS action. That'll be the 5-year anniversary as Jay Lethal goes to work with some right hands and Sami Callahan going right back at him.
This is about to develop into a slugfest, just a damn knockdown drag-out.
Jay Lethal, even though being the more experienced of the two, it seems like he came into this with something to prove. I overheard him telling the other members of Reality Check that he has it handled to stay in the back.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. With Reality Check, that is not a promise that one expects to be kept, but at the same time, I think Jay Lethal wants to show the world that he can beat Sami Callahan on his own.
Well, remember, this is a guy who handled his business, who has been a champion, and is always on his own as he catches a boot to the face and hold the phone. He could get some trouble.
Callahan with the bicycle kick to the chest, Death Valley driver.
Oh! That is awesome. Sami Callahan, the champion, going for the pin, and guess what? Jay Lethal kicks out.
Brett Lauderdale kind of out of position there. He would have seen the fact that Callahan's feet. Oh, stretch muffler into the small package.
Now, as I was saying earlier, guys, don't forget, Jay Lethal, oh my gosh.
We are a split second away before, super kick to the back of the head. Finally, the lethal combination.
We may have a new PWS champion. Hook the leg, 1, 2. Oh! Are you sure, Brett? Very close. Jay Lethal was very close to the PWS championship. I mean, within inches of the championship.
He looks
come alive right now. They know that somebody is going to win this one. Something's got to give. It must be a win.
Looks like Jay Lethal is going back on his promise.
Now Kevin Matthews was on the way to the ring with a chair to help out his Reality Check brethren, but here comes Dan Mop out from the back, and there goes.
Lethal's just yelling, Kevin, Kevin.
Well, guess what? Like we said, Jay Lethal now will have to prove it on his own because Kevin Matthews has been disposed of.
Lethal looks a combination of scared, angry, just a range of emotions coming out of this young man. And
anything can happen right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Could Lethal be going for the tippy top superplex? I think he might be going for it. Yup. Oh, Callahan blocks.
Not today.
More shots to the gut from Callahan and Jay Lethal.
Oh, stiff headbutt. What are we going to see here from Callahan? Sunset flip. Lethal is holding on so the powerbomb will not connect. Stiff shots to the head. Oh my
Super
kick the leg right from out under his leg.
And Sami Callahan is trying to rally this crowd behind him. Think about the pain right now in his chest. Look at that. He can feel the pain.
Calling for that stretch muffler. Here we go.
And after that super kick to the leg, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Jay Lethal tap out. Oh, there's Devon Moore.
Oh no.
Come on. Huge Memphis pile driver to Brett Lauderdale. Sami blocks DQ. Sami is going Devon Moore into the stretch muffler. I don't even know if Jay Lethal knows this is going on.
Wow. And now no referee. Devon Moore has been sent out. Jay Lethal, DDT. And
getting
now,
spiked. Sami Callahan just did.
Guys, it is now officially a mess. We have a referee who's utterly out of commission. We have a champion whose chest has been absolutely battered and seems to have nothing left in the tank. We have a member of Reality Check strewn around the ring. And we have Jay Lethal now going to the rope to try to hit that Macho Man elbow on the already damaged chest of the champion.
If he hits this and Lauderdale does not get up to count that 3 count, it's a travesty. But again, no water in the pool. It is not Lethal's night to hit that move apparently, but it seems like it's Sammy's night to go for the stretch muffler. With the body scissors.
Oh no.
But there's nobody to call it a night. Lethal can tap. Lethal could say he quits. He could do whatever he wants. The fact of the matter is there's no referee.
Now there is a referee.
Referee Sean Bennett is in here. Lethal's just pulling him towards him. Red Star press on the Sean Bennett.
Well, why the hell?
Sami Callihan is now taking on every member of Reality Check.
Oh, and this is just breaking down to a total debacle right now.
What's unbelievable here is...
Roll up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was almost an 8 count right there.
What's unbelievable here is, why is Reality Check only going for the ref?
Oh!
Turned into an ace crusher.
That was beautiful.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in Rawway.
Now there's the third time the charm for the elbow.
Yo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And here's another
He should be
referee.
champion 3 times over by now. Oh my God! But Callahan's got the Kato
2
clutch.
count only.
Callahan's got the Kato clutch.
Oh my God! And when it's all said
Sami
and
Callihan
done,
has just choked out Jay Lethal to end Refuse to Lose.